Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Wednesday, the 18th of August. This is your daily recap, and I'm laughing because we're doing this a second time. All right, it's been a rough day in the market. It has not been an easy day. When you look at the 5-minute chart here on the SPY, you're going to see um, what it's worth. We opened basically flat, popped a little bit, then sold off. Then we got the Fed minutes, and then all hell break loose. We popped, then we dumped, then we popped again, and now here we are drifting down. Overall, if you look at the action today, volume is much less than the last 2 days, but higher than we've been. We're underneath the 8-day, we're above the 21-day, and we're kind of in no man's land here on the SPY. And we have a lot of divergences we've been talking about every morning that are taking place here in this market, and they kind of continue. The QQQs, similar, except underneath the 21-day here, it's been a little bit weaker. The Qs have been weaker of late. The IWM is actually holding in better today, go figure, but not any kind of power. The VIX spiked today, but not holding it. Again, not that huge. And overall, the market remains mostly messy. Sitting in some UPS here, about to get stopped out of my calls. For what it's worth, it pushed into the gap on volume, had flow, and you got a reversal candle. Oh, I must have gotten stopped out. I don't see it anymore. All right, I'll go take a look in a minute. UPS here, gone at this point. So we'll see. Not holding in well, not a good candle there. What worked today? What was good? Palantir had a very nice move today, broke this cup and handle pattern here, popped, nice move to a recent high, and can continue going if it wants. Kathy's been buying a metric ton of it. They were all over weekly calls. We talked about looking at Tesla for a bounce this morning. Well, Tesla gave it. Now, unfortunately, Tesla didn't give us any easy entrances. We talked about the levels to buy today. Tesla never tested either one of them. It gapped up, first 5-minute candle off, and went. You got a 15 minutes of tomfoolery here in this, and then it went up and it came into my sell zone, and that sell zone basically stopped it for most of the day, but now it is highs of the day here late at the 8-day, right? So it's reconnected with the 8-day. After 3 days of selling, it's got a big bounce and took in 50% of that move back. Welcome to the world of Tesla. What else today, guys, was in play? We had Target had earnings. Not a great reaction to it. Walmart continues to hold up, but came in today. Lowe had a very nice move on earnings. So did TJ Maxx. They were in play today. What else was today going on? Let me go back through some of my things I'm looking at. Microsoft came within a penny of putting an all-time high in today, and it yanked. Couldn't get through it. And we had fun with the CBOE and CME today. You had CBOE with some news that the CBOE was buying them for $150 a share. It spiked, and then the CME came out and denied it, and got a mess on those two names here. Apple, stock Apple. Since we've all been watching it, Apple, I said the trade changed yesterday. I sold the last of my calls, got out, dropped today. This is not good action. We lost the 8-day. So Apple here saying, the trade's changed, not working too good. And really, that's kind of the day it was, guys. It was a day not to do much. I traded Viacom. We talked about that on the open. Made a very little bit of money on Viacom, lost some on UPS, made money on TQQQ on the pop, made money on CME when that news came out that they were no longer, that they didn't put a bid in for it, and I traded VXX flat. Overall, less is more in this market. I got a little aggressive in the afternoon, but the action's just not great. Now, tonight, what we need to watch for is what did they do after reading through these minutes in detail? The Fed minutes, they talked about taper. So as much as Powell said it was too, and here maybe what's partly getting on it. Powell in his pref con said it was too early to start talking about tapering, but evidently in the minutes they talked a hell of a lot about tapering, and there seems to be general consensus that tapering should start sooner than later, and that kind of wigged the market out a little bit. So we'll see how we react tomorrow. I'm going to go home flat here. Everybody have a fabulous night, and I'll catch you guys all in the AM.